Hey guys, it's your favorite Unk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. Okay. Angel Reese made a decision today. She's set to enter the 2024 WNBA Draft. Thank you. After much anticipation, Angel Reese announced her decision. Let's take a listen to her announcement.
Bayou Barbie, Angel Reese.
All right, let's do this. 4 years. Where to begin? To my family, my mom, my MVP. To Baltimore and the Turks. To LSU, my PMAC home. To my teammates and coaches, managers and trainers. To God and His blessing of a life. Thank you. This was a difficult decision, but I trust the next chapter because I know the author. Bayou Barbie, out.
Bayou Barbie, out. I love that. The WNBA Draft is just right around the corner, April 15th in New York. ESPN latest mock draft have her going 7th to Minnesota. Where do you think the best fit for her is going to be? The Indiana Fever has the first pick. Sparks have the second. Sky third. Sparks have the fourth pick. Wings have the fifth. Mystics have the sixth. Minnesota have the 7th pick. Sky have the 8th. The Wings have the 9th, and the Connecticut Suns have the 10th.
She's going to be in the same color she's in right now, that purple and gold.
She's going to the Sparks?
She's going to the Sparks. Sparks need 2 rebounding bigs, 2 shot blocker type bigs, and at the 2, they can take the girl from
South Carolina, Carmela Cardoso?
No, the girl from
Cameron Brink.
Cameron Brink. And then they can take Angel Reese. That's the personality you need here. That's the person that's going to sell tickets, right? You need that personality in Los Angeles. Like the purple and gold is built off like
names,
charisma, style, swagger, right? And she checks those boxes off.
Yeah, man, it was a great run. She had an unbelievable career, made a name for herself with the fashion, the eyelashes she have, her makeup on, her lip gloss, and she goes out there and she ball. At the end of the day, she's a heck of a player. She represented Baltimore extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
She represented LSU extremely well, and I think she's making the right decision. There's nothing else for her to prove. She's won a national championship. She's been an All-American. She's been SEC Player of the Year. It's time to go, and it's time, that's what you do. You graduate, you move on, and you says, okay, I'm ready for the next chapter in my life. And as she said, she knows the author. So she gets to write the story in her own words.
Yeah, and because this seems like it was planned, this has been a scheduled drop on how she was going to release her announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that the only way she was going to come out is if her brand itself was in a big city. I don't see the way this has all been dropped. I don't see she's coming into this draft not knowing where she's going. I don't see that. I just don't see that she's gonna end up in Minnesota somewhere. I just don't see it. I think that her brand was gonna be in the big city, a New York or an LA or Chicago. That's where her brand needs to be.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. She is an LA young lady. Mm-hmm. And like you said, her brand and what she wants to do, what she's trying to represent, I think LA is the ideal situation for her.
Mm-hmm.
I wish her the best. DeJuan Hines, this is for Angel Reese. DeJuan Hines asked Unk and Gil, How do you feel about all the hate Angel Reese has gotten since last year?
It
kind of got more hate than I got. Go ahead, Gil. Go ahead.
Listen, only successful people get hate. Mm-hmm. If you're not getting hate, you're not doing nothing that irritates people, right? You're doing just enough to keep people out your business, right? The fact that she does get hate lets you know she's good. She's doing something that you don't like, and it's irritating you, so you don't like her. Mm-hmm.
That a lot of the hate for Angel Reese, her and I are kind of different. A lot of the dislike and the jealousy and the envy come from people that look like me. Mm-hmm. A lot of the hate and the envy and jealousy at her don't look like her.
Yeah, no,
because they don't like. See, this goes back to Jack Johnson and Muhammad Ali. They don't like. They think you should be humble and meek. Be thankful that we allow you to play our sport. Be thankful that we allow you to take our money. Be thankful that we watch you. But if you're great and you brag or you boast and you back it up, that's not how you're supposed to be. I want my athletes to be seen and not heard. So nobody cares what you want. You're not the athlete. You don't get to determine how we behave in our said sport. I mean, she's a double machine where she gave you 17 and 20 in the Elite Eight game on a bum ankle. Why do we have, well, such and such don't do it like that. That's not what this one did. So?
But they did.
They did. Caitlin Clark might not talk, but do you see those mannerisms on the court?
She was if we're saying that mannerism, the same mannerism that you hate Angel Reese for came from Caitlin Clark. Mm-hmm. It was her, man. It was her. Doing this to players. Like,
we like that. We like that. We like that.
We don't like it.
Don't you do
it. Larry Bird, one of the biggest trash talkers
ever.
Right? John Stockton, like, it's part of the game. Like, so just let it go. You're just mad that it happened back. Right? When Caitlin was doing it to the South Carolina girls, no one cared. Your ass couldn't shoot, and she turned around on you.
I ain't even looking at you.
I ain't even going out there. That's a hooper. A hooper does that too. You can't shoot. I'm not guarding you. Turn around. Right. That has nothing to do with black and white. No. Right? You can't shoot? Huh. I'm working down that brick.
Right.
Brick. She can't shoot a gun. Where? Yeah. That's what you do. Right?
Yeah.
And we enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I think the thing is that I think I've been around it and you've been around it long enough. A lot of people are happy that LSU lost.
Yeah, of course.
Because Angel's on that team. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way it is. We like to see you rise, but then there's a fraction of us like to see the downfall as well.
It's now the WNBA has this. This is a moment that they need to capture. They have a rivalry that's coming into the NBA, into the W. Mm-hmm. They do not make those games, wherever those two go, marquee games.
Yep.
On special, whatever your special summer day is, 4th of July, whatever, those games need to be hyped. Like when Magic and Bird came into it was them two.
Yep.
Them two. When those two played, it was war. You have a built-in audience already for both groups. If you do not exploit it, something is wrong with you. And where you guys are, you should be. Like I said it on, Gil's Arena. If I'm the USA team and the W, Caitlin Clark will be invited. Juju will be invited. Angel Reese would be invited, and Paige would be invited to that team.
Yeah. I think Caitlin Clark was the only one invited, right?
Yeah, all of them will. These are the four biggest names in women's basketball, period. Right now, Sabrina is probably 4th or 5th. In Asia, 5th and 6th. Those 4 girls in women's basketball right now is the biggest names. When you talking about going to Paris, those 4 jerseys will outsell every jersey on the rest of that team.
Oh, for sure.
Those are going to be the biggest jersey sales for WNBA and women's. Mm-hmm. All 4 of them will move units. So if you do not put them on the team, you are doing your league a disjustice. When the NBA, that 04, they put LeBron James and Carmelo and D Wade on the team, people were like, oh, LeBron lost it. LeBron didn't play. Melo didn't get off that bench. It was for the names. It was to build their game. These are our young futures, and we're going to put them on the team. You're only going to go about 8 deep anyway, so you don't really need to play the 4. And if you do, they're for specialty moments.
Right.
You're using them for the names. You're building these names for your league's future. I do not care about who deserves to be there. Congratulations. Heads need to be cut off to move the needle in your sport. And if you're not willing to cut it off, do not complain.
Right. Well, I think Caitlin Clark, if you look at the team that I really watch is the Aces, the Vegas team. Mm-hmm. Look at the passion and the fire that Asia plays with. Look at Chelsea Gray. Look at Kelsey Plum.
Yep.
I love that passion. That it you could tell it means something, and they fighting tooth and nail. Yeah, I love Stewie, DT. I met DT when she was still. I met DT when she was. As a matter of fact, they might have just won the national championship her last year. I think this was like 04. Mm-hmm. I met was it 04? I retired 04. Might have been 05 when I was the All-Star game was in Denver, and I met her. I just love I love the way they play. I love the energy, the passion in which they bring. And Asia, Caitlin Clark, she definitely brings that passion. Paige brings that passion. Now Juju is a little bit more subdued. She's a little bit more subdued. Yeah. But her game's strong. Paige is fiery. She's not that long, that lineage of UConn great players. But I agree with you, Gil. I think this is a golden opportunity for the WNBA to take advantage. I wish it could be like the college for the men, that Juju could go if that's what she wanted to do. She could go to the WNBA because I think her game is strong enough to go. Yeah. Paige has already made the decision that she's coming back. But the others are going. But
and that's why I said you need to build that relationship for your WNBA fan base. Think about it. Just think about it globally. We're watching how big the Elite Eight was, right? Now the same 4 girls on the U.S. team. What does that do to that fan base? They're going to watch it too. Mm-hmm. You're going to be people are going to be sitting there trying to figure out when the WNBA, because when was the last time you watched a USA girls game?
Yeah, I watch Gil, but at some point in time, Gil, you got to start bringing some new girls on. DT ain't gonna play in 28. Now she's coming back in 24. I think this is gonna be like a 5th Olympics. Sue Bird is already retired. I mean, at some point in time, you need to start bringing an influx of young girls in there so they can get some experience on the international level.
In experience, I mean, you get the experience, your jerseys. Like they're never going to get the opportunity they have today. They will not get it again for a while. That's why this moment in time is very important from them. The NBA seen it and they capitalized. They seen when Kobe was, when Jordan left the game, Kobe,
right there,
T-Mac, Kevin Garnett, They were looking like they were coming in their own. NBA win young 2001 draft, all high school kids. Boom. Took off. And that's where the game has been going, right? You have to look at the moment in time, and they don't come often. And when it comes, you got to strike and strike fast.
Or put them on the, because Kelsey Plum, because remember, they got a 3-on-3 tournament in the Olympics too. Guys and gals. Hey, let them, because Kelsey Plum was on the 3-on-3 team with Stephanie Dawson. I forget some of the other young ladies that was a part of that. But but at some point in time, you got to get them international experience again.
Yeah, you got to get them. I mean, you got to get. I mean, it just like you have to somehow try to bridge this big gap. And the gap that the W don't have is Juju's fan base, right? Paige Becker's fan base, right? The fan base, like those girls got the high school girls still, right? Now, I'm going to tell you somebody who played it smart. Sabrina played like the reason she's so big is because all her shoes is in high school basketball, boys is wearing it. All the girls is wearing it. So when Nike are putting their shoes out, they're not giving them the KDs and back then the Giannis's, the Paul George. They're giving them Sabrinas.
Right.
So she can push her product to the youth kids.
Caitlin Clark is the next one. She's gonna get a signature shoe.
Adidas, Nike. Someone needs to
go throw a bag on them.
I'm throwing a bag. Like this is the time when you got to capitalize while the fire's hot.
Right.
If you don't and you miss it, you missed it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right. So congratulations, Angel. Great, outstanding college career. Much success to you moving forward. Bayou Barbie is on the move, headed to the WNBA.